Welcome to the Qui Talks show. When Qui Talks, everyone listens. I'm Qui Talks, and today we are here with the entrepreneurship episode, and I am here with Lynn Jeter of Lynn All Jeter and Associates.
Money right, new heights, do you see what I see? Flashing lights, shining bright, yeah, this is our story. Big screens, big dreams, it's the way I ride. All things saucy, listen to Qui Talks. Do you see those flashing lights? Do you see? I know you see those flashing lights. Do you see those flashing lights? I know you see.
This week's Business of the Week.
Deep-rooted in African culture, braiding plays a major role within our community. It was used as a way to socialize, build strong bonds, and reflected your status within the tribe. Braiding is a type of protective hairstyle. It helps trap moisture by keeping your hair bunched up, preventing tangling, shedding, and breakage. And by leaving your hair alone, you give it a chance to recover. Protective hairstyles include cornrows, locks, twists, weaves, and braids.
Right now, I don't know what to say, but I can't find the words to explain how I feel when it comes to your face. When you show me the way, when you put me on game. If I put my guard down, what do you say? Or is it all just another waste? I wanna know what it's like, just a taste, but I've been afraid, so I'm slipping away. I've been on a high, that's been on my mind for a while. I've been on a tree, I can't even think for a while. I've been on a high, it's been on high for a while. I've been on a tree, I can't even think for a while. What I'm feeling so numb. See it slow, baby, in no rush. Last love was feeling like a drug, but this time I ain't taking much. Need a little more patience with me. Daddy, on my own, I move differently. Say you want it, can you make me believe? But I'ma sip and we'll see. I've been on a high, it's been on my mind for a while. I've been on a drink, I can't even think for a while. I've been on a high.
Welcome to the Qui Talks show. When Qui Talks, everyone listens. I'm Qui Talks, and today we are here with the entrepreneurship episode, and I am here with Lynn Jeter of Lynn All Jeter and Associates. Now, Lynn, please tell the world why you are a seasoned veteran in Los Angeles, California.
Why? I love what I do. So I would say it starts with that. I've done it for a long time, but I love what I do.
What do you do?
As a public relations professional and a seasoned event planner, I do everything from PR campaigns for TV shows, for athletes, for individuals, for brands, tattoo shops, just different things. And then at the same time, I do things in the community. I've done a lot of fundraisers along the way. A lot more I have experienced during the different generations of doing events, because I started with the record business. So starting the music business made it a very easy transition to go into doing events for different record companies. When I was really not my focus, I was doing PR.
Oh, wow.
And that division of events was a part of it.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to talk about where you started, where you went, and how's it going, basically. How we started, how we went, and how's it going. That's how the saying go, you guys? You guys help me out. Let me know. But let's start with how you started. How did we start?
Out of college at Motown Records in Detroit, Michigan. I went to school in Ohio.
Wow. Okay.
And so when I graduated, I didn't like Ohio. So Columbus, Ohio State was an interesting experience.
Okay.
But I was a California girl, so this is home for me. So me going to Ohio was an experience about going away to school. Then I had an opportunity to have a job offer to some degree at Motown in Detroit. One of my childhood friends who lived there, her husband introduced me to a particular person, said they were looking to hire people.
Okay.
And I guess it was a rarity because I went to college. That was not a big thing, I guess, back then.
That a black woman going to college.
For some reason.
What was your college major back then?
Special education, speech and hearing therapy.
Wow. So you wasn't even thinking about...
Well, because I was speech and hearing therapy, when I got to Motown, there was an arts development floor in the building. And that floor became something that came to me because, unbeknownst to me, my speech and diction were unique or something to the company executives at Motown. So I was asked to do certain speech and diction classes or exercises with artists, especially new talent, in the development room.
That's amazing.
It was a nice pleasure, even though that was not really my major job. I got that as a result of having
that degree. Yeah.
What God gave me.
So being involved in Motown, working on the artist development floor, how did this open up this public relations and event planning? What was it that you were doing with Motown?
Well, I didn't work on the event floor, on this development floor. But I worked in A&R in the creative department. I was very blessed to have great mentors such as Frank Wilson, such as Norman Whitfield. I had great mentors that were
name drops.
Wonderful, wonderful producers in the business. Smokey Robinson.
Oh wow,
yes. Wonderful people. I was blessed, everyone. I'm going to brag a little bit. I was blessed, everyone, to be able to work with Marvin Gaye. When other people couldn't work with Marvin Gaye, I didn't have a problem with the personality. And so I loved working with
What
Marvin.
was his personality like?
It was a little bit difficult, very high-strung, and just kind of knowing what he wants and when he wanted it.
He's an artist.
But exactly, he was an artist, so I understood that. And I wasn't offended by it at all. As a result of that, I used to go to the studio in the evening after work, and I'd go to the studio after work and be allowed to go to the studio with certain artists like Marvin Gaye. Yes, I'll be able to go to the studio with Temptations. So that was a real blessing and introduction to the music entertainment aspect. The development, especially events and PR. The PR came from dealing with artists at Motown.
Okay.
Because you had to deal with them in an A&R capacity. So when they were on tour, we had a job we do in-house as well.
All right.
So as a promoter out there doing a tour, but we still had a job to do. And that was a learning process for me of the importance of talking about and doing advertisement about what Motown's artists were doing and where they were going to be.
Okay.
So PR became an introduction to me very easily, very quickly within working in the Motown industry and that art and that company and that building.
You didn't even have a degree in it. No, school didn't have to teach you this. This was just hands-on experience. I learned on the job, and I was taught by some wonderful people like Suzanne DePass. I had wonderful mentors who were executives at Motown. Yes.
And I thank them. Then when Motown decided to come to LA, I got to move back home. And wasn't that a wonderful thing? Because I was ready to come. I was not like in Detroit. I hated the cold weather.
Okay, I understand
I was ready to come back. And I came home every Christmas as it was. For 6 years, I came home every Christmas. So I came to California. They wanted white Christmas. I was hoping it was 80. When I got to Cali,
New York Christmas. Okay.
So I can tell I was spoiled that way. But Motown moved me back home to LA, and they opened up the Motown office, and I was a part of the staff, and they opened up in the A&R department in LA as well.
And you took over.
No, I learned and gained a lot, and then got an amazing opportunity to be offered a position with Stevie Wonder's production company. And I no longer was only Motown. I was actually offered to work for Steve's company, Black Bull production. And I took that opportunity and left Motown. We're still in the Motown family and worked for Black Girl Productions.
Do you mind telling us what year that was?
I'm going to show you something if you let me.
Absolutely.
Take a break for a moment. Come with me. I'll show you something. I could do more for you.
Oh, wait, plaque?
Go out. Stevie Wonder.
But this is amazing how
that's
the Stevie Wonder has We Are Here song in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. All right, you guys, I'm going to read this to you. Presented to Lynn Allen, give me the key in which I am to sing. And if it is a key that you too feel, may you join and sing with me. Stevie Wonder, 1976, you guys. 1976. Thanks for joining. Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Let's go back to the couch.
All right, Q.
Respectfully, I give you everything that you need. Fall from them niggas who ain't living what they preach. Fall from them niggas tryna slide up in your sheets. And please don't bring no sand to the beach. Leave your past where it be. Fall from Hollywood, but I can see the hills. Shorty, let us ride with the gang. I've been trying to get around for a minute. When I slide slow strokes, put that ass to the sky. Put that face to the floor. Should I stay? Should I go? It's a vibe, yeah. I'm just trying to spend some time, yeah. Baby, you should hear my line. Say she need a man, not a boy. Got a drawer full of toys. Better bring more than sex, so you end up like the rest. Like the bow, she don't play with her checks. Put the chrome to your chest, baby girl. Don't play with the rest. Got a whole lot of niggas on your line, but I'm still on your mind, baby. Come spend some time. Got a whole lot of niggas on your line, but I'm still on your mind, baby. Come spend some time. Far from Hollywood, but I can see the hills. Shorty, let us ride with the gang. I've been trying to get around for a minute. When I slide slow strokes, put that ass to the sky. Put that face to the floor. Should I stay? Should I go? It's a vibe, yeah. I'm just trying to spend some time, yeah. Baby, you should hear my line. Yeah, I'm too much of a love, but they give me half. And you looking like you broke.
So, 1976, you moved back to, well, you were here in Los Angeles now because you have a plaque. And what happened after this grand, amazing plaque from Stevie Wonder? What?
My life changed. My life changed tremendously.
Tell us about the change.
I still dealt with Motown because Steve is a part of the Motown family, but my growth and expansion through outside promoters and different people, the radio stuff, it expanded as I was dealing with Stevie and his company.
Of course.
His brand. And that was a great experience and a great learning curve for me. Also enabled me to learn interpersonal skills with family members. Wow. Because family have to do a little bit differently than just on staff. And Stevie had a unique family. Mama was very important, and I was lucky enough to have met his mother and to work with Mama. She was a wonderful spirit. So for me, whatever Mama needed and wanted, I was wonderful to try to do it. She was wonderful. And his sister too. But really and truly, what I say, I think the most important experience I got from that learning experience working with Stevie Wonder and Songs in the Key of Life was it was a community, and knew that I had the ability to start my own business that I was doing for other people on a job, and I could start doing it for myself. And how did I know that? Stevie Wonder said, "I'll become your first client," and he did. And he kept his word. I have pictures I can show you of Stevie Wonder's birthday party, black and white. I'll never forget it. And he kept his word, and that's what he did. And he became a client, and I did several things for Stevie as Lynn All Jeter and Associates.
I wish that I can be able to have my first client as Stevie Wonder to help kickstart my own PR agency.
He encouraged me and said, "You can do it." And I kept thinking, well, I want to leave the job. He said, "You can do it." And I believed him and believed in myself. And I took a step and took a plunge, and I was able to sit down and make a plan and make it make sense. I could just go out there and do it, but I didn't have a plan.
Okay.
And started that whole process at a kitchen table, and grew from there.
Now, with you growing, how long have you been in business with Lynn All Jeter and Associates?
I've been in business since 1987. No, I'm sorry.
That's about my age.
I'm sorry. I've been in business since 1983. That's when I first opened it.
Wow.
1983.
That is amazing. And now, how have you survived, especially with this climate and the way things have changed? And I know things weren't the same back then.
I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from many of you.
Really?
You guys are definitely, those who think they can't learn from you are very confused.
Okay.
I've learned so much. I've been so blessed to have you in my life, to be on my team. I've learned from you each time, a step of the way, whether you were an intern, whether I hired you part-time, whatever it was. I learned from each of you.
Yeah.
And I continue to do so. Now, I'm at a point in my career, in my life, more than in my career, in my life, to recognize I was just with my family. My brother has a nice group of children. My nieces are wonderful. They're all here the other night, and we just reminisce and dealt with wonderful memories. But this is who we are and what they come from. My mother was killed in a plane crash. So my brother's oldest daughter, who's 40 years old, she wanted to know about her grandmother. So I pulled out archived wonderful images and stuff that just made my brother. I even pulled out stuff that my mother, stuff in a drawer, that bureau over there in the office that's not been in, that drawer has not been open in probably 25 years. Because it's got, this family old stuff in it. But I pulled out pictures and archives and things and lived my family, and they had such a good time looking at pictures of their grandparents, and then I have great nieces. Mm-hmm. So my great nieces were here as well. So I have a niece, and then she has 2 kids. So it was wonderful and made me really recognize and appreciate, thanks to people like you ladies, that not to take it for granted and to be appreciative of it and to share it.
Wow.
Because there's no guarantees on tomorrow.
No. That's a word, you guys. You heard that? There's no guarantees on
Let's
tomorrow.
do our best today.
Absolutely. Now, with doing our best today, there are a lot of people who are out there who are looking to have a business for over 30 years, to start PR agencies or companies, or just to be an individual PR rep. What kind of advice would you give to them who are watching us and would like to know how we take the steps?
That's a really good question. I think you must be willing to work hard.
Yes.
If you're not a hard worker and you just want a cushy job and collect a check, it's a little different career path. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm saying if you want to be entrepreneurial, you have to be a hard worker because you have no choice. Many times you're everything. You're the cast, you're the star, you're the producer, you're the writer. Sometimes you're the singer, the dancer, the performer, you're the producer. So you have to understand all those hats you wear as you're building your business.
We're at the ASCAP Music Expo. Hey talkers, it's your girl Q, spelled Q-U-I, and we are on the set of Insecure. I am your behind the scenes girl, and welcome to Qui Talks. Now, how many of you guys are an Issa Rae fan like I am? Awesome! Now let's go find out what's going on with Issa Rae and what the hell happens on the set of Insecure. Ready? Let's go. Say something to the audience that is watching that is inspiring to be in this place with us. Like, what is it that they have to do to work to get to this location?
They gotta believe. They gotta believe in themselves, you know? That's the number one thing you gotta do. Stars.
Bars. All right, everyone. So we are here with Eva Marcel for another day of glam. Like, this is so amazing. First thing first, I came in with Ray-Bans, and I just want to show the world I'm tossing on my Ray-Bans.
No, there's nothing wrong with Ray-Bans.
I'm wearing these. All right, you guys. So you remember how I told you I was having a bad week, and I decided let's come to an exclusive party. Well, I got the exclusive designer. Where we at?
Skyline Studios out here in LA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That mean hotheads got money. Y'all got real quiet. Real quiet. It's real quiet. Hey you guys, all right, we have made it to the end. I am exhausted, but we survived the BET weekend, and I'm actually really excited to look at all of this footage. Now, the party's over. I'm gonna go home and get some sleep. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as much as I did. So keep tuning into Qui Talks, as we have a lot more going on. Till later, you guys. Bye.
Until next week.